my name is Valeria Ochoa. I am a professor at USFQ, and we're working together with Jill on a monitoring program. What we're trying to do is to have a baseline analysis of the water quality, and we're doing physical-chemical analysis, and Jill is working on the microbiological analysis.
Right, so the things that we're measuring microbes that are in the water that could be associated with fecal contamination. So we're measuring microbes Enterococcus, which is a standard indicator for water quality, as well as E. coli that's associated with fecal contamination.
Basically, we're going around town and collecting different water samples from treatment plants and different springs and the beaches to see if there's any fecal contamination of the water. And we're also testing to see, we're doing physical and chemical tests just to see how the water quality is. Some of those physical tests include chlorides, sulfates, residuals.
Our project is focused on rainfall, so every time it rains, the day that it rains, the day after, and the day after that, I have to go collect samples of tap water from different places around the island. So some of them are homes, some of them are businesses, and then some of them are public places like Municipal and the public bathrooms that are down by the Malecon.
We're using a multi-parameter tool to measure different parameters of the water, such as pH, salinity, dissolved oxygen, and temperature. And we'll compare these to previous samples from last month.
First, we get this water sample and we get the interalert, which is the reactant to tell if there's any coliforms. And you open it like this and put the sample in there. Make sure you get as much as you can in there. And then you want to tap the bottle tightly and stir it this way and not shake it hard because you don't want too many bubbles forming. And you want to stir it until all the powder has dissolved into the sample. Right now, I'm just labeling the quantitrays for when we put the sample in them, seal them in the quantitray sealer, and then put them in the incubator. Right now, we're looking at the wells that light up with the UV light. This means that there is presence of Enterococcus or fecal coliforms within the water sample that it was taken from. Then we look at this sheet and find the number 7 of small wells and join it to the number of large wells, which for this is 70, meaning that this is the number of colony forming units within that sample.
So what we're doing now is a calibration curve for chloride, so we can measure the quantity of chloride we have in each sample. So the purpose of this is that we take the concentration of each of these standards, and then we also measure the concentration of chloride in the samples, so we can put it in the graph and it can tell us the exact concentration.
So the Water Quality Monitoring Project is a collaboration between UNC and USFQ, as well as with the Galápagos National Park, the municipality, and with community groups, and including students who live on the island.